Come take a ride with Gypsy. Okay, guys, today's for Earth signs. Now, tonight's moon energy is in Virgo. It's the day before the actual full moon. If you track things properly, the night of the full moon obviously is the peak. The day before and the day after, generally, have, strong influences. And for this month, it is the storm moon. And today just so happened to storm. While I was meditating, some of your guys' key thoughts here were synchronicity and patterns and obtaining roots and being on track. Now, the storm, okay, here's the synchronicity. The storm that I saw this morning, the way the sky looked out on my backyard, and you can check my Facebook wall for this picture, the storm was like up here, and then the bright blue sky was like down here. Well, like 8 hours later, I was driving home in a different state, and it was that same slant. So, and little subtle things like this will let you know, that you're focused on yourself and you're connected to your guides and stuff like that, because you're paying attention to, your environment, things around you. Staring at the ground never got anybody anywhere, except, I don't know, tripping and falling and shit. I don't know, wait, that sounded backwards. Anyway. Oh, jeez. No, when you look up, then you trip. Jesus Christ. Wow, we're off to a good start, eh? Let's see what we got going. Okay. And it's funny, this person is upside down. Okay, the Five of Cups in reverse. I feel with this Virgo energy, somebody is strongly having to look at their past mistakes or behaviors and how it has affected another person. Six of Cups. Somebody may have hurt somebody pretty badly here without realizing it. And situations are coming to the surface that are having them reminisce or think of memories when you were a part of their life. Page of Cups. Now, this is my sorry card. Again, this one wanted to come out in reverse. I feel like the person in this reading, or your person, may be in a very negative mind frame at this time. Somebody feels another person's apologies were no longer good enough, or whatever situation you were dealing with. The Nine of Cups. Now, this talks about, getting things that you want, having it all, but somebody doesn't feel like they have that anymore. Page of Swords. And the King of Swords. I'll go ahead and read it like that. With the Page of Swords involved, this can suggest that somebody's sitting here waiting by the phone, waiting for somebody to call or, communicate, how they feel and stuff like that. But I feel like somebody's cut off to certain forms of communication that somebody had freely given them before. There's also a stubbornness here. Like, somebody really used to be really open, and now somebody's closed off. This can be you or your person. Somebody is dealing with some silent feelings, because the King of Swords can, suggest that it's usually communication errors, or just not communicating clearly, because, or not hearing something clearly, because somebody's coming from, a hurt place. Somebody here, is wounded, and not telling another person, how they truly feel. This also has a lack of trust feel. Like, somebody used to be able to confide in somebody, and they regret telling them certain things about themselves. Whatever your situation was for, this hurtful thing, this almost has a, are you going to use that against me kind of feel. King of Pentacles. Somebody might be building something elsewhere without somebody else, and somebody's so far behind on what this person's doing in their life that they don't know how to keep up. Apologies for the background noise. I have all of my children in the other room playing video games. Three of Wands. Okay. Somebody is going through a series of shifts. This can be work shifts, like, different jobs and stuff like that. But I feel this has to do with somebody's mind frame. Somebody's line of thinking no longer applies towards the future, at least with this other person, or again, what they're trying to build. This can come in the form of new ideas. Again, there's like some rectifying here, is what I'm feeling. Somebody's trying to make up for past situations, but somebody's not communicating clearly. Five of Pentacles. Cold shoulder. When this person walks by, or calls, somebody's just not saying anything. There's some real avoidance here. The Hermit. All right, there's our moon energy. Somebody just might be heavily affected. Forgive me for picking my nose on the screen. Somebody might just be heavily affected by this, this moon energy. That they're just not seeing things clearly. And, it's super important, especially if you're female. You don't have to be female. Men certainly have, female energies and stuff like that too. But tracking these moon energies, will help you understand your emotions, a lot better. Strength in reverse, and the Two of Cups. And that's your general energies. Somebody just feels like somebody slammed a door in their face. They're feeling unloved. For some of you, this is a vault of cycles of people who have consistently hurt you, and now feeling the effects of that door being closed. And for some of you, this is triggering aspect that is sending you into past behaviors, wounds, emotions. There can be some fear here to move on with new people, because somebody here realized that the past is the past. And somebody's stuck in an energy that's not changing. Somebody may consistently apologize for, how many times they've hurt you over and over again, but it's just consistent, unchanged behavior, or again, non-communication. Somebody here may have a spiritual connection with somebody, whether it's in the 3D or the 5D, and there's that moon. Dreamwalker. For others of you, the same terminology would be dime walkers, astral projection, and stuff like that. Somebody is tired of the 3D and the 5D not matching up. There is, the number 5 here and the number 3. somebody wants to meet in the middle. This can just be, you know, turning off forms of telepathy or ignoring dreams and stuff like that that are literally guiding you to be on track with this other person. But for whatever reason, if somebody is not, you know, up to par with the 5D part, and again, the 3D part, somebody is seeing an inconsistency here where things no longer match, and it is not productive to what they're trying to build for their future, whether, you know, that's their, you know, excelling in work situations or, you know, marriage, children, you know, whatever the situation may be. Someone here also might be a traveler. Somebody feels they have a deep connection, past life connection with another person. The Six of Cups does talk about past life connections, whereas the Daughter of Cups talks about connections altogether. The dolphin or turtle may mean something to somebody. Ace of Wands next to the Page of Cups. I feel at this point, somebody is just trying to control their life, balance their emotions. Somebody's sick of tower moments. For some of you, Pisces season is a force to be reckoned with. That's for sure. Why? Because this particular season is built up of all the zodiac signs. It's also, you know, Jesus energy. You know, if you believe in that, awesome guy. I won't go any further on that, but you'll find at this time you may have many ideas, you know, for your future, and the goal here is to stay organized. You know, what is achievable, you know, short term, and, you know, what will work out, you know, long term, right? Three of Swords in reverse next to the Page of Swords. Again, this can talk about somebody not reaching out to another person. If there is communication, somebody does not like the disconnection that's there. I just heard my ex is my only friend, or we used to be good friends. Take it how it resonates. Okay. Justice with the King of Swords. It wanted to come out crossing, so I'll just kind of read it, you know, the best I can. With the Justice card here, the energy that I'm getting is payback energy. I'm not hearing revenge. I'm hearing eye for an eye. If somebody had treated you a certain way previously, this can say at this time that somebody is receiving that same treatment. For another group of you, this can say, with the King of Swords involved, that somebody is being overly judgmental towards another person's journey or shortcomings. I just heard false idol. Somebody may have a different direction in their, you know, belief systems and stuff like that, or I'm supposed to redirect you to Odin and Thor. There are several weather cards here, and, you know, that's for them. Those are the Norse gods and stuff like that. Anyway, somebody might just need a higher power at this point in order, you know, to get to where they need to be. I feel like somebody is supposed to be studying or reading during this time frame. You know, for others of you, this can just talk about coping skills. You know, there are adult coloring books and stuff like that. You know, I live vicariously through my children. I play with toys, okay? My daughter's got these little dolls that you can dress up, you know, slime and stuff. Somebody might be challenged to work with their inner child during this time frame, you know, where you introduce laughter and, you know, silly dance and stuff like that. Seven of Cups. Okay. This lack of communication or disconnection is coming from a confused state of mind. Either somebody does not think before they speak, or yeah, that's what I'm getting. Or somebody does not speak during moments they should, for reassurance purposes. Somebody may be sharing sensitive information with another person, and somebody's just not saying shit. The Death card. But it's with the King of Pentacles. This can say that from somebody's past hurts and wounds, and again, these feel like memories that are coming up, somebody has actually benefited from it at this point. This can say that this was a lesson learned, and somebody accepted a situation for what it was and offered some kind of forgiveness, or just completely cut this other person off so that they could, focus on, the things that they need to get done. And for a lot of you, that's just soul growth, with the Strength over here and the general energies. That's my door card, somebody could be closing, not just doors, but literal vaults behind themselves, because, the types of people behind those doorways were just so destructive to, your future, or, your mental health. And for some of you, physical safety. What I know about shutting doors and vaults, the ones that are vaults are the hardest ones to get over. I mean, this is an ugly card, right? And we have that over here. Somebody is wondering if they shut the right door or the right vault at this time. Somebody might just be missing somebody. This can be somebody else, completely removing you, trying to forget you. And this also has a runner chaser aspect where somebody is popping back up and somebody's done. Somebody's just done. This also has a feel of somebody wanting to participate or, commit to certain things, and somebody's just tired of waiting. And now that this other person realizes that this other person was actually waiting for them, they're like, oh, okay, I'm ready now. But somebody here is like, fuck you. I waited too long. It was a cold winter, is what I heard. The Five of Pentacles over here, there is snow in the card. It was a long winter. With the Eight of Swords. I just heard sexual preference. Somebody in this reading might be confused about their sexuality, or they're interested in somebody else and they're unsure of their sexual preference. I don't know why that just slipped in there. On the flip side of things, or another group of you, this is the people who left you behind in the winter and did not help you build, and cutting ties with those, people. There may be another group of you that have worked really hard consistently on cord cutting, chakra healings, Reiki attunements, whatever the situation may be. There may be another person popping back up from your past that that wants some of those benefits. Jeez. Daughter of Swords. Somebody's having a hard time looking in the mirror or looking themselves in the eye because they're being reminded of another person. For another group of you, this can talk about music and no longer being able to listen to certain songs because you've realized the horrible pain that has surfaced from it. And for others of you, you're listening to old songs that used to break your heart and they don't anymore. Again, there's some healing going on. Like I said earlier, for a majority of you, this just can be memories and stuff that you're getting over, trying to, establish roots and stuff like that. I believe I mentioned astral projection, dream walking, dime walking in the beginning. For those of you that float around in the other realms, you really need to be careful with that rabbit hole, because that's an inability to stay grounded or to be present in the moment down here. And for some spiritual people, that can be very difficult, especially if they don't like living down here. They live in the clouds, you know what I mean? I actually have to drive with my visor down because I look at the clouds. When I drive at places with other people, I like to ride passenger so I can, sing and just look at the clouds. That's my jam. Yeah. I don't look on the ground. I trip. Anyway, moving on. Ace of Swords. Awesome with the moon energy. Again, this can talk about somebody being on track, working on fate and destiny in tandem. Somebody, again, wants to meet in the middle with situations and is no longer willing to put up with one or the other. They want it all. They want it all. And for others of you, the up there can just be your imagination with your creativeness and how you're putting that into your work situation and making it come to fruition down here, by actually, seeing things come, to life. With the Four of Pentacles here, this can say that somebody is not, again, sharing all of their ideas or using certain tactics to test people, to see if they're on the same page or not. Weeding out the bad ones. Weeding out the bad ones. Are you here to take things from me, hurt me? Or are you a lost soul that needs help? That was too many cards. Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Sevens might mean something to somebody. It feels like every time somebody makes a milestone or some kind of growth, they're waiting to be rejected and have to go around their circle of friends or coworkers or whatever the situation may be and be like, well, is it good enough? Is it good enough? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? So again, somebody's super insecure. Somebody here might be handicapped and need a little more help with, navigating through certain, life situations. Somebody feels another person may have been out of control with certain things that have happened to them. And for others of you, this is actually rejection is God's protection. Somebody might feel they keep entering a series of doorways that keep slamming in front of them. And it's, for some of you, it can be from karma, but that's not what I'm picking up at this point. It's just saying that that situation is just not for you. And you have to ask yourself what you're taking with you. Even though you're being rejected through some of these doors, did you make connections? Did you learn something out of it? Shit like that. Two of Wands. Social media stalking might mean something to somebody else. It doesn't have to be. This can just be somebody checking up on another person, and somebody literally not being a part of what you're growing and feeling left behind. Somebody feels forgotten. Yeah, 8 of Cups. Somebody just feels another person is just gone. For the flip side of this, this is running after somebody and them not being available to you. And then somebody turning around and being available and the other person freaking out and running away because they feel like they wasted a lot of time trying to be with this person, waiting for this person. That might be what some of this confusion is this other person turning around and not accepting the love offer because they do not believe it at this point. The High Priestess. Okay. Again, somebody is not completely aware of another person's situation. And this may be just an error in that communication because somebody does not understand fully where somebody's coming from. But if there feels like some begging here, like just tell me what's wrong or tell me what happened. Somebody doesn't want to share or invest in this other person emotionally because they're afraid of getting hurt, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, 3 of Swords. Next, the Death card and the King of Pentacles. Somebody has worked so hard on themselves. I just heard snapback. Somebody may have been so wounded they lost themselves, their personality, their identity. That might have been the sexual preference that I was picking up on. This might just be self-expression, your identity, literally your personality. A lot of the times when we have things taken from us or we leave a bad relationship, these things have to be rebuilt. And if this is somebody coming back from your past, this is a genuine, real fear that this person will take it from you again, right? 9 of Wands in reverse. I feel like somebody's trying to get somebody to drop their wall, or somebody was willing to drop their wall for a moment for somebody to get through, and the offer wasn't good enough, or again, somebody does not believe that somebody has genuine apologies. Somebody's really broken here. I feel like somebody's trying to fix what they did to another person. Took a turn. Tables took a turn. Again, somebody's getting payback at this point. 8 of Swords. Somebody doesn't even find certain memories fond anymore. Ace of Pentacles and the Moon in reverse. Or it's been so long since they've seen someone that they've developed so many other memories with other new connections that they don't even remember these happy moments with this other person. Somebody's been gone that long, and it doesn't have to be physically. For some of you, it's just the emotional disconnection, not even sharing, your favorite candy or your favorite chips. Those little things where, like the best friend aspect, they usually know these, small things, or your birthday, stuff like that. Somebody may have forgotten somebody's birthday. All right, let's pull some Moonology cards. We're just about at 30 minutes. Hopefully it doesn't turn off on me. Somebody's not making the proper offers to somebody for this other person to want to develop new memories, is what I'm hearing. Somebody's just, yeah. The answers you need are coming. A new romantic cycle begins. A new start is coming. Okay. For a group of you, you really just need to X out this previous situation that's not working or moving forward, or you need to spend more time thinking so that you can make a healthy, decision to move forward. For another group of you, this is a new person coming in and offering good memories. Good memories. I feel like somebody is just trying to avoid being hurt at this time. And for another group of you, again, somebody is just so stuck in their past hurts or cycles with other people that it's just not productive to move forward for whatever you're trying to create. So that's all I have for you, Earth Signs. Gypsy out.